In the emotionally charged May 6, 2025 episode of General Hospital, the aftermath of a near-tragic event ripples through Port Charles with heartbreaking consequences. At the center of the storm is Dante Falconeri, a father on the brink, grappling with the horrifying realization that his son Rocco almost lost his life due to alcohol poisoning. But as the dust begins to settle and the characters attempt to make sense of the chaos, buried secrets, unresolved grief, and long-held guilt converge to create a perfect storm. One that may change the lives of several families forever. The scene opens at General Hospital, where Dante paces restlessly outside the emergency room, eyes rimmed with panic and fury. Rocco, his teenage son, has been rushed to the hospital after collapsing at a party, and initial reports indicate alcohol poisoning. Though Rocco is expected to recover, the incident has reignited Dante's deepest traumas and triggered a search for someone to blame. His grief over the loss of Sam, still raw and unresolved, adds fuel to an already blazing fire of emotions. But instead of introspection, Dante turns his anger outward, directly at Giovanni, Gio, Palmieri. Gio, having recently returned to Port Charles and still navigating his place in a town filled with powerful legacy families and hidden truths, finds himself cornered in the hospital waiting room. Dante, without hesitation, demands answers, escalating from stern questioning to full-blown rage. To Dante, Gio represents the embodiment of recklessness, and in this moment of vulnerability, he can't see past his own pain. He accuses Gio of leading Rocco astray, of failing to protect him, of being irresponsible and dangerous. It's a harsh, almost brutal confrontation, made worse by the fact that Gio seems blindsided, not only by the accusation but by the sheer weight of Dante's emotion. Watching from a few feet away is Lois Cerullo, Gio's mother, whose face is a mask of silent anguish. Only she knows the true magnitude of Dante's words, for Gio is not just another teenager to her. He is Dante's biological son, a truth she has kept hidden for years. With each harsh word that Dante hurls at Gio, Lois flinches inwardly, torn between protecting her son and preserving the secret she believes may shatter their already fragile bonds. As Rocco stabilizes and is moved into recovery, Dante and Lulu finally sit by his bedside. The quiet moment between the ex-couple is tinged with sorrow and relief. Rocco wakes and apologizes weakly, admitting he didn't know his limits, that it all got out of control. Dante holds his son's hand, grateful he's alive, but the anger simmering beneath his skin has not dissipated, it has simply been redirected. Outside the room, Lois can no longer bear the weight of silence. She pulls Dante aside, her voice trembling, desperate to halt the barrage of accusations he continues to launch at Gio. "You don't know who he really is," she says, her words cutting through the fog of Dante's fury. It's a cryptic admission, one that leaves him confused and momentarily stunned. Lois doesn't explain further, she can't. Not yet. But her words plant a seed of doubt, one that will grow rapidly in the days to come. Unbeknownst to either of them, Lulu lingers nearby, having overheard the exchange. The implications of Lois's warning hit her almost immediately, and her intuition begins to piece together fragments of conversations and inconsistencies that never quite made sense. Is it possible that Gio is more than just a troubled teenager? Could he be Dante's son? Meanwhile, across town, Carly learns about what happened from Danny. The two sit at the boathouse, where Danny has been brooding over his own involvement in the party. Though he wasn't directly responsible, he admits he didn't try to stop Rocco either. Carly, ever the blunt voice of reason, doesn't spare his feelings. She tells him flatly that he should have known better, that friendship means looking out for each other, especially in moments that matter most. Her words aren't laced with malice, but with the stern disappointment of someone who's seen too many lives spiral from a single bad decision. Back at the hospital, the larger truth looms just beneath the surface. While Rocco's body will heal, the emotional fractures in this circle of people, Dante, Gio, Lois, Lulu, Danny, may take far longer to mend. For Gio, the confrontation with Dante has left invisible bruises. To be vilified by the man who is, unknowingly, his father, is a cruel irony that he silently absorbs. Lois knows she cannot hide the truth forever, but revealing it now would mean opening wounds that may never heal. The secret of Gio's paternity is no longer just a dormant truth, it's a ticking time bomb. And as each character inches closer to discovery, the stakes rise exponentially. Dante's guilt, Lois's silence, Lulu's suspicions, and Gio's growing resentment are building toward a climax that promises to reshape their relationships forever. As the episode closes, viewers are left with more questions than answers. Will Lois find the courage to reveal the truth to Dante? Will Dante forgive Gio once he learns who he really is? And will Rocco's brush with death bring this fractured family closer, or tear them apart for good? In Port Charles, no secret stays buried for long. And when it finally comes to light, it may not just expose the past, it may completely rewrite it. Would you like a follow-up piece exploring the moment Dante learns the truth about Gio?